So I had in mind that when I come on air today, I'm going to say sorry to those who lost. You know, the football fans. I think I saw someone's post yesterday where the person was kind of like, I think he was saying something about Arsenal. That was way before the match, you know, saying that they were going to do well or something. Anyway, so sorry if your club did not scale through. That's just all I'm going to say. So hey, let's have a conversation here on the sunny side. So we were talking about diabolical landlords. Ooh. So it took me a while to come up with a topic for this conversation. You know, I already had what I was going to discuss, but I kept thinking, what's going to be the topic? I wanted to say like haunted house, and I was like, nah, it doesn't really capture what I wanted to, what the conversation is about. So yeah, I ended up with this one, diabolical landlords. Okay, so it has to do with a thread I came across on X where some people were discussing and talking about how some tenants experience misfortune in life because of the black magic, the juju that the landlords have been performing. All right, so that's the conversation for now. It's gonna last till about 1. So I'm supposed to be looking at the paper and I can't find it. So yeah, let's just roll. So it's gonna last till about 1:30, okay? And then within 1:30 to 2 p.m. I'll bring you the water prompt. Today on water prompt, we'll be looking at cold compress versus hot compress. I remember some time ago, I was in a church service. Okay, it wasn't a church service actually. It was a fellowship of some sort. Anyway, it's still church. I beg, leave that in. So the pastor was saying something about Nigerians, about Africans generally, and the way we just like everything to be hot, everything harsh. You know, when you say love, it's like, I beg you, you're too slow. You know, so he used the hot compress and cold compress as an example, and he said, when you have an injury in Africa, they will say, bring hot water, not minding if it's something that at least cold water will help to handle. So we'll be looking at hot what it's about, but of course in that period, that's when okay. First of all, does it matter to you? Not does it matter. Does it matter to you if a landlord is diabolical? Is this something you consider? Is it like, for some people, they don't care. You can be the devil if they like the apartment, if they like the land. They are getting it. Shebi, you are selling. I will pay you. I did not say you should give me dash. But for some people, it's a big deal for them. So does it matter to you? That's my first question. And the second one is, how can a prospective tenant, someone that is looking for a house, someone that is looking to buy a land, how can you, if this is to buy or land to buy, the owner, he's a diabolical person. How well they should advise people, you know, before you rent a house or you buy a land, ensure ask questions so that you'll be able to know the Lord is in the village. All right. And then the other question is, will you move out? I got this that you really paid for this land. How does estate say? Buy and no, there's a thing they say. Anyway, so serene yes. So what's in this land of your choice? You like it. It's in the serene environment, and you are to build better. So what would you do? Would you say, excuse sir, can you refund me? I want to use the money to go and bury my father. Perhaps your father died like 10 years ago. So would you move out? Let's say you've rented the apartment and then you've now discovered that everybody for this compound, their life is just hanging there. Nobody's moving forward. Everybody's just there. So you've discovered that perhaps the landlord or landlady, depending on who the owner of the apartment or building is diabolical. Would you move out? And last of all, because if I keep this conversation on one side, it will look somehow. What would you do as a landlord if your tenants accuse you of being diabolical? What would you do? You know, sometimes people do allegations in a very calm or subtle, not in your face way. Right? Right. But there are times when they come confrontational. Since I moved into this house, My life has turned upside down. It's you. You. Wicked man. You'll be eating your children. Okay, fine. Let me not do all of that. So you just tell me. All right, let's have the conversation. The phone lines are open. Get on Facebook. Join the conversation. Welcome aboard. All right, so send me messages via WhatsApp. Do that to 0809 030 6416. 0809 030 6416. And then for the calls, call in now 0817 923 0002. 0817 923 0002. And of course 0817 923 0007. 0817 923 0007. You can also call 0817 923 0003. 0817 923 0003. I shouldn't be laughing. If I tell you why I'm laughing, some people will feel like, Constance, why are you like this? Okay, so I'm going to say why I'm laughing. I'm laughing because I looked up to see if I have any calls, and I'm seeing that cuckoo from Meche. That cuckoo. That cuckoo, welcome. So I'm laughing because when it has to do with land issues, you people are always in the news. Welcome, that cuckoo. You always like to introduce yourself, even after we've introduced you.
You're talking about. If I'm at the point, definitely, I know where I rented a house. I have stayed. Definitely, I find something error over it. I will go to the landlord and say, that environment, I don't even like it. What will be the next thing to do to me? To give me my money back. Whatever it is, not being definitely I will demand, I will say, balance me some cash over that. Because if it's something 200,000, I'll be able to get at least 170,000. It will be okay for me. But as a landlord, if somebody accuses landlord, look at what I got, the way I'm living, I'm not comfortable here, and I have gotten information here. Everybody living here does not progress. Definitely, as a landlord, I will take that person to court to come up and to prove himself. Definitely, before I be able to know. I get my point. To
prove the juju, to prove powder that you blew in the air that they did not see.
Him or whatever.
Okay.
Maybe through the information or whatever. Does not go away. I get my point.
I've gotten your points, that cuckoo.
So you don't accuse somebody where you have not done that. There's somebody who will live in a compound. It's not progressing, but another person may come there. You see him progressing over that issue. I get my point.
Yeah.
So you cannot accuse landlord on that. The tenant who is living, he don't like the environment, or he buy a land, he don't like that area. Definitely you tell the person, balance me, I don't like that area. If it's something 1 million, you'll be able to get 830,000, 900,000. That is not over that.
Okay.
So there was no much question over it.
All right. Thank you very much, that cuckoo. Hello, David from Iwofe. Welcome. Go on, please.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My take on this issue, I think on the part of the tenant, either you don't know the God you are serving. Because the Bible said that those who know their God, they shall be strong. So,
what do you mean by they shall be strong? Hold on, David, can you hear me?
Just shallow.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you can hear me now.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, so you said those who know their God, they shall be strong. So I want to understand what you mean by they shall be strong.
If your Christianity is just a shallow kind of Christianity, you go to church, you don't really know God. You know, it's one thing to claim that you know God. It's another thing for God to know you. Jesus says, if you abide in me and I in you. So many of us only claim to abide in Christ, but it's not enough. So that's one of the problems. I live in a compound with my uncle where the wife of the landlord is diabolical. But by prayer and genuine Christian life, the landlady confesses that the landlord also got to find out that the landlady was using the same power on him. So he's more on our side now, fighting us up. Whenever he wants to drive him away, We say no. So whenever the landlord drive us away, the man will say no, that this is his house. We can't leave. That if she wants, let us pack her. That we are the one hating him in the compound. So you can imagine. For those who don't know the God they have, they will just run away from the compound.
Okay, so
now,
David.
The landlord is backing us up.
All right. Thank you very much for calling. Hello, Mr. Zion. Welcome.
Constance.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Now, let God know why you bring this topic this afternoon.
People, they find house. May they not go enter base.
Now, God will bless you for this topic.
Amen.
Do you know that it was an issue we were discussing yesterday in my house?
Oh, interesting.
Yesterday. And I want to tell you the gospel truth. Because of economical factors, most people cannot retrieve their money from their landlords. And most people cannot back out when there are infractions or along the line regrets. They cannot reclaim their money because of economical reasons. And number two, just because of economical factors, the way we check and get accommodation apartments are very skewed. People go get house or start looking for house 2 weeks to the expiration of their house rent.
Yeah.
You can get a better house. You can't get it. You need even close to 6 months to look for good house here in Port Harcourt here. Do you know that some people are sleeping on top of graves here in Port Harcourt? The house they rented, the room they are living, they buried their father there, their mother there, their uncles there. They buried them there. You are even sleeping on top of them with your wife on top of people's graves. Can you see evil? Some shops are on top of graves. The people don't know. All they did after burying them, they now use tile the house. They pimp the house to the point that, oh my goodness me, you cannot resist it. You don't know that you are sleeping on top of a grave, which is a curse.
Really?
That is why we need. I'm telling you, haven't you heard cases somebody back into a house, living well, working well, in 6 months everything disappeared? You know that way? You've not heard those stories?
Well, I've heard, but I didn't hear whether they were living on a grave or so.
The landlord will not tell you. Do you know that how these people are living, the sumo or the borehole there, their landlord does not drink the water there, but they are drinking the water. You did not ask question. Landlord know they drink this water, now you be tenant, they drink them. You don't ask questions. And these are diabolical, evil that we live with here. Economical reasons.
So it matters to you if a landlord is diabolical, Mr. Zion? He said it.
Yesterday case we are discussing, they came to report in my house, we are discussing the same thing now. Their landlord is diabolical. There are some appearances in that house. They don't know who to complain to. They came to my house to settle the matter so that I can talk to the landlord to refund them their money.
Uh-oh. They're not doing it again.
The landlord said that let them wait until somebody comes to rent the house first.
Normal.
But that is, it's not. You are infringing on the people's rights. That is why we need a legislation to protect tenants. We have landlord tenants commission here. Are they working? The people in that office in Ikwere Road there, they are there eating tenants' money. They are not protecting the rights of tenants. Tenants association here. But we need laws to truly protect tenants, to truly give tenants the right to reclaim their money upon running of a contract. I'm no longer interested. Post the contract, give me my money, let me go.
Okay, Mr. Zion.
Yes.
If you have, of course, it's an allegation. How would you react to that? Yeah, definitely. It's an allegation, even if they use.
Most people kind of but they have already tainted your image.
Mm-hmm.
But some people want to say to prove your stand and to get the standards right, take them to court. So only me, if it's not taking them to, you can take them to court to prove, at least to clean your image. But if not that, look at their standard of life. Can I make a case with this person? What thing will come out?
All right.
Before you can say you want to execute some matter, but if not that, just give them quick notice to leave to avoid problem.
Okay. Thank you very much for calling. Daniel from Imo Gates, Ozuako. Welcome.
Yes, my sister, thank you for mentioning the village. Imogate Ozuako.
You're welcome, sir.
Thank you. My sister Africans, we are kind of superstitious believers. Even when we go to church. Yes, if I am living in the house of somebody that does diabolical kind of a thing, because of my belief, Luke chapter 10 verse number 19 says that I will step upon serpents and scorpions, that it will not hurt me. Mm-hmm. Some people say jump and pass. I will march and pass. Nothing will harm me. You know why?
Why?
I am not telling unbelievers to do same.
Mm-hmm.
That is to say, even others, they are not progressing. The landlord will be surprised. Whatever he buried in the ground, or like somebody said, they buried somebody under the ground. Here, monuments of, let me say, our ancestors. The monuments, big monument in the front of our, we lie there, we sleep there. Why has it not killed us? Africans are superstitious believers. Chinke Daniel Imogeto Ozuako.
All right, thank you very much, Chinke Daniel. Hi, Paul from Rumibo. Welcome.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Go on, sir.
Please, anything diabolic, use your two legs and just run.
What if you want to use one leg?
You don't have to use one leg. Even though they are shooting, but if you use one leg, what is diabolic something? And then use your two legs. Because things will be happening to you. You don't even know where these things are coming from. Even my brother that is even into this diabolic things, I take him away from my house because things that you don't even know where it's coming from just happening.
Okay. Thank you for calling, Paul. All right, I'm seeing messages here on WhatsApp, all right? Keep those messages coming. And remember, I'm asking, first of all, does it matter to you if a landlord or landlady is diabolical? For some people, it matters to them. For some people, it doesn't matter to them. I mean, what's his name now? Chinke Daniel says, where's my own? Be doing whatever you want to do. I'm covered. All right. But for some other persons, like Paul, he says, carry your two left or two right legs and run for your dear life. So does it matter to you? And then second of all, for someone that is looking to get to rent an apartment, to buy a house, buy a land, rent a shop even, how can you tell? How can you know if the landlord of that building, of that house, is diabolical? So are there things the person should look out for? Are there like some questions the person should ask neighbors? All right. And then another question I'm asking is, would you move out if after you've paid rent and you like the place? So it's very calm, but then in the night you cannot sleep. Somebody is hitting. Wait. I mean, I've watched, some Nigerian movies and I've heard stories as well. Okay. Or perhaps you now found out that people in that house, they're not doing well. People are suffering. Okay. Would you move out? Would you not say, sorry, it's mistake that brought me here? See, I did not actually plan. I need the money. Just give me back my money. I'm not doing it again. Would you move out? I mean, considering some of the things you have to do after you have rented an apartment. I mean, it's not just to rent the place. You're going to furnish, right? You clean, you paint, you replenish or replace some things, even if they are new. You know the standard you like. And after you've done all of those things, would you move out? Would you ask for a refund and you're not doing it again? And then the last one is, as a landlord, what would you do if your tenants accused you of being diabolical? Matthew from Abba Road, welcome.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Yeah, the landlord, if they are diabolical, that has nothing to do with a tenant. Unless you, the tenant, you have your own secret thing you are doing. In as much as what you believe is what you will become, there's nothing that will harm you. I stayed with a diabolical landlord in Warri some years ago.
Okay.
You know, and they were coming to pour, this celestial church, they were coming to pour water in my door. I'll be sleeping in the night. Nothing happened to me and my children. We are great people today. So this superficial belief, it depends on your mind. It's what you believe in your mind that you become. If you are equally involved with diabolical things, so when you get to the diabolical landlord's house, that thing will catch you too. So if you have the mind of Christ and you are free in your mind, you live a beautiful life.
So as a landlord, if you are now the one who is being accused of being diabolical, what would you do?
If I'm the one what?
If you are a landlord and your tenants are accusing you of being diabolical, you hear them saying since they moved into this compound, their life just, if everything just stopped working for them, is this man?
You know, there are some natural causes, like people say there are some, causes that come from grandfather, social religion and other. Such causes can follow some landlords, but they may not be the cause of the problem. So what we need to do is to pray over it and let things go. You know, most tenants, they come into your compound with some mind that somebody told them this, somebody told them that. And when they come in with that mind, they're already defeated. So whatever they are doing, they will not progress. I have told you, what you believe is what you become.
Interesting.
That's what I do. I experience it, and today there is no harm in my life. My children were all doing fine.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Matthew. Hello, William from Fuche. Welcome.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Go on.
Yeah, if you're not strong in the Lord, please leave that place. Some landlords are diabolical. Where I stayed before, I won't mention the name of the house on the street. The man was neck deep into diabolical things, but he met something stronger than him, and he started behaving like a July weather. It's erratic. He turned to me, using me as POS. I didn't know this. Before I knew it, this one's money went into his pocket. And he denied everything. If not the bank transaction I did, that money would have gone.
Wow.
So, it's true. Landlords are, some of them are diabolical in nature.
All right. Thank you very much for calling.
Can I ask you something? Hello?
All right, go on. I'm listening.
We are using the conference I met at AIBC at number 10 Harold Wilson Drive. Are you curious?
Yeah.
Okay. Good to know you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hold on, sir. Hello, James from Rumola.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
You are talking about diabolical landlords.
Yes, please.
Diabolical landlord, when you stay in a place that is diabolical, it will hinder everything about you because the spirit controls the physical. Since you are in that place, you are part of that place, and whatever thing that the man does will affect you. I live in a place where the man has his own, he has so many buildings, he cannot live in that place. And if you borrow that man money, sorry for you. So, in fact, I did so many things and prayers, go to God deliverances, but because I was there, I cannot even to pay my house rent was a tug of war. I was selling off my things. My meter, I sold it to him.
Wow.
It was God that helped me out. One day I came from after prayer, I saw inside my bucket, this soldier hands, half of the bucket. So the biblical homes is very, very bad. You will be struggling for nothing. I hear people saying that it doesn't matter. It matters a lot because I have experienced it. So that's what I said. I said, let me tell you, contribute to this aspect.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. James, for calling. Okay, so let's read messages from WhatsApp and then get ready for the news. Trending stories at 1 p.m. Hector says, Constance, my friend, said I should ask you, would you love to live in a house where the landlord is fetish? Fetish. Would I love to live? My dear, there is nothing like I am a strong Christian. Once you notice the sign before taking the house, do not move in. Once you have paid, please take back your money. I'm into house agency. We have seen a lot. So I'm not in a good place to call in to tell you experience. All right, from Hector. All right, thank you, Hector. Me, I would like to live in a haunted house, but I will not pay for it. So far, the house is very fine, very big, like spacious, enough, everything. But me, I will not pay for it because I will, if it's a haunted house, you people used to see things happening there. You give it to me free. I will not come and give you money. I come and park into house where you people say that things are happening. So would I love to live? It cannot be in a 3-bedroom apartment. It has to be the entire building and the land. Everything is for me. Then fine, I'm okay with it. But I will not pay. It has to be free of charge. Chief Obu Owen says, there's nothing like diabolical landlord. Christians always like to call people who do not practice their religion names like diabolical or pagan. If a Christian goes to live in a house that is owned by a man who practices African traditional religion, that man will be tagged diabolical, and any life problem the Christian experiences will be blamed on the man simply because he's not a Christian. Christians feel they what? They are free to pray with any substance like olive oil, coconut. Do Christians pray with coconut? Anyway, but African traditional religion practitioners cannot pray with white powder. I have lived in a house owned by a Christian who wakes up in the middle of the night to pour olive oil around the house. What will you call that? Chief Obuowen, oh my goodness. That's another thing, right? All right, thank you very much for your message. Let's see this one from Lydia. Lydia says, in our case, we've paid for house rent before we noticed. That day, my husband was cleaning the house and I came from work to see what was going on. And immediately I entered the house, I became afraid. And I told my husband. He shoved it aside. But later, what we experienced there was not funny. All the tenants packed out at the same time, wretched. And we abandoned 7 months' rent, which he did not refund. So it's a pattern every year. New sets of tenants pack in and out. Interesting. All right. Who else is here? Dave says, good afternoon, my lady. For me, I don't care. I don't follow you go do the juju. I know nothing about your diabolical acts. I will live in that house and prosper, but I will move out when my rent expires because darkness and light has nothing in common. When I was in school, my landlord was a traditionalist. He built one big hot house at the entrance of the house and forbade anyone talking while passing by the hut. Everyone was afraid to talk around the area, but I don't know. Talking there became my hobby, but nothing happened to me. I'm here now because I had no connection with that hut. It is what it is. All right, Dave. Thank you for your message. I'm going to go to Facebook now and read maybe one message. And then after the news, we'll continue. All right. Someone here on Facebook says, it can't work if you have the Holy Ghost. It's from Tubo Banimi Robinson. All right. Thank you very much, Tubo Banimi. And then Taaga, thank God, says anything that is diabolical is wrong in any form you look at it. For me, it matters because through that is diabolical practice. You can be affected negatively for sure. From Taga Jr. from Usokun Degema. All right, thank you very much. So we go off now for the trending stories. And after the trending stories, I'll be back here and I'll be taking your messages. So remember, I'm also asking you to tell me what you would do if you are a landlord and people are accusing you of being diabolical. How are you going to handle that? All right. So stick around. We'll be right back. Still the sunny side. My name is Constance Mega.
On your top station, the conversation never real stories, real people, This is Trending Stories on 92.3
that they resign their position